Hi everyone, welcome to the next video on our Rita Berman. I've been doing some editing of Ivy videos. No, Rita Berman's summer book, and we have this lovely ice lolly to do today. Let's start with the wooden stick. I've done them in different colours across different ice lollies, and I'm going to use number 73 for this one. I'm using the Staedtler Ergosoft for all of this page. I'm just going to do a light layer of the pencil just to see what it looks like, and then I'll decide on whether to add a little bit of shading or not. Because it's wood, it's not going to be shiny, but we might want to just make it a little bit darker in places to add a bit of shadow at the bottom and under here. Maybe a bit on the side. There we go. Now our ice lolly, I thought this one could be sort of mainly orange, although it looks like a watermelon or strawberry at the bottom. I don't know, I just wanted to do it orange. We don't have many other lollies to go, and I just like an orange. I used to like orange lollies. Now I've got a couple of shades of orange, well, we've got about 4, but some of them are a little bit too red for my liking. I'm thinking that, that these two, they don't want to come out of the tray. Number 4 and 42 are probably the best sort of oranges really for a nice lolly. So, and start with the darkest one, which is number 4. And I'm going to do a few sections with this and a few sections with the lighter one. I'm not sure what to do with these dots, so I'm going to ignore them. And I don't mean forever. I mean, I'm going to colour around them now and come back to them later. So I'm trying to make it a little darker at the bottom and the sides compared to the centre. But I will just layer up that colour a little bit there and down here. So that's good. Been out to town this morning. It was quite quiet in town, but it was interesting. I went in a shop. We have a shop in our town which is, it's a bit like a gift shop really, in the sense that it's got cards and postcards with pictures of the area on them, but made by local artists. I'm just going to darken up the areas that I want to be a little darker, the edges basically. And everything is made by local people, but there's sort of pottery, mugs and dishes and things like that. There's toiletries, there's food products, there's knitted and sewn products, woven products, upcycled clothing and all sorts of things. Where am I going now? I'm just going to tidy that up a little bit. And I've gone over that one, never mind. We'll decide what to do with that later. We'll do this one, a bit dark on the edge, lighter in the middle, just to make it look a bit more shiny, because it might be melting and shiny. Because they can look a bit frosty, can't they, and white, but this one, it's got a drip here, it's melting. And he said that business in their shop is doing really well, because I asked him, because some of the shops in the town have said they're not doing very well. And what was interesting is he said that when he speaks to people in shops that aren't doing very well in town, he says to them, "Are you doing social media promotion?" And they say, "No, we haven't got time." And he says, "Well, that's your problem." He does a lot. And I had a look at his Instagram page, and it basically showcases different items that they sell, or has pictures sometimes of customers, things like that. It's quite fun. And I noticed that he had a sort of interesting way of presenting items. So someone had come in, and a maker had come in and brought some jewellery that they wanted to sell, and they had 4 or 5 pieces. And so what he did was he made a little reel or video, I'm not sure which it really was, on Instagram, and it showed all the pieces like one after the other, like a slideshow, I suppose. and I thought that looks interesting. So I had a little go myself with a page like this, really, where there was a selection of small images on one page that I coloured separately. I put them all into a little slideshow with a completed picture at the end, and put that on Instagram. I thought, well, why not? Let's have a go, see what it looks like. So I did that. Might do it again. It's quite easy to make. I made it as a video. My video processing software is quite easy to use. It can be a little bit slow. It's interesting, if I've done lots of video making in the day, as the day goes on it gets slower and slower at exporting, and I'm never sure whether it's my CPU getting too hot or whether it just needs a bit of a reboot or quite what's going on. But anyway, I need to experiment with that. But these little ones, which were just like 10 1-second photographs, it was very quick. Now I'm looking at this and thinking, if I go in with this slightly lighter orange, I don't know if it's really going to look very different to how it looks already, if that makes sense. It might look like it's still only one colour. So I'm pondering, but I don't want to go orange and yellow because we did that up there, so we want something different. And I could do orange and green because that would work with lime, but we've got, excuse me, a green up there. Now we're missing blue in this picture, but I don't think we want a blue ice lolly. I don't really want purple. We could do red. Yeah, let's do red. I've got a very dark orangey red or a red red. I think I'm going to go for the dark orangey red. This is number 2. You'll all have this if you've got the 24 set of Ergos. These are getting a bit sticky. I think the weather's really too hot to be using Ergosofts. But still, I started now. I find they go a bit sticky in the sun, and also if they get at all dirty, which is a bit annoying, but never mind. So it was interesting what he was saying about social media being such a big thing for him, but he does have an online shop, so that makes a big difference. So you know, people from all over the world can buy from him, whereas a lot of small shops don't have online shops, or they put them up when they had to shut, you know, when all the shops closed, but they haven't really made the most of it. Yeah, it's difficult, I realise, for shops that sell food, selling online across the country is quite tricky because you've got to keep it cold. It's not like when you buy from the supermarket, they've got a chilled van which they deliver it in within a few hours or whatever of picking it up from the shelves. You know, if you've got a small shop, you've got to mail it through the post, it might take a few days, so a little bit tricky. But anyway, it all depends. And some people say, oh, I have different stock in my online shop than I have on the shelves. And that confused me. It means that their stock keeping doesn't tie up to their till, because I'd have thought they could use the same bit of software. I don't know why I'm doing these dark on the edge. I'm thinking they might look like they slightly stick out. I don't know whether that's going to look odd. Wouldn't be very practical shape of ice lolly for keeping in a packet, would it? Like in the freezer, they wouldn't stack on top of each other neatly. Anyway, I'm just going round and round with this one anyway. There we go. Sun's back out, it's going in and out. And I think I'm going to have to do these in the same colour, just because if I did these in a different colour and everything else is the same, it would just look really, really odd, I reckon. Anyway, so I would just do these in the reddy orange. There we go. I think that doesn't look too bad. So there is our, we've only used 3 colours for that. I'm going to do a little bit with the stick. Let's just make it look a little more interesting. And grab this number 76 and just put a few lines as if it's got a bit of a wood texture in it, just to give some little extra detail. I can't really think of anything to add to the main ice lolly, so let's just do that. Why not? It's a little bit different to the others then, isn't it? Okay, so I think we're done. That was quite quick, but thank you for watching. I hope it was fun, and have a really lovely day, and happy colouring.